That looks awesome. Great job, everybody. Perfect. Yeah. Balanced out. That's awesome. You good over there?
What do you think of that? How do you like the way that that flows? Isn't that beautiful? This is one of those other mystery falls that we were talking. That is awesome. Check out the flow going through here. So we just finished turning on the second of our 2 pumps, and we're at this one here is running at about 18,000 gallons an hour. The second pump is running about 7,000 gallons an hour. We have 2 major spillways, one on this side of the wetland, the second one on this side of the wetland, pinching off, dumping in over here. This one here has mystery falls going this way and another little mystery falls going over this way. I'm going to kind of go on around here and let you see it up close. Let's take a look and see what Carl Gennaro from Aquascape in Florida.
It looks like it's got about 2 inches.
What are we looking at, Carl?
This is going down. I don't know how far that's going down.
What are we looking at, buddy?
I don't know how far this is going down underneath this log, and our water level is so close. I just don't know if there's possible water that could get underneath that log right now.
Any kind of a potential, because if we're that close, then it's going to settle over time.
Yeah.
And we run the risk of that blowing out.
Let's see what Ed wants to do.
This side here.
Ed. Hey, Ed.
So this is that part of the project where all the problems are, if we're going to notice it, we're going to do all the problem solving that needs to be done. And my buddy Carl Gennaro from Aquascape in Florida, he pointed out a problem. He's bringing Ed over to see what he has to say.
I mean, it's really, I don't know how.
That's too tight.
It's too tight. I don't know how far it goes down. So cut that ramp.
That's buried anyway.
Carl said maybe we could leave that. I don't know if that can come out. The water can drop up and it'll drop up.
And then that'll change that fall too.
So what they're saying is that this branch over here probably needs to be cut and relieved a little bit. So Ed disagrees with the idea of moving this rock because it's going to affect the flow of the rest of the waterfall over here. So this right here, he's just saying that this is just way too high. So I think what they're going to do is possibly cut this guy here.
So we just cut that one section.
What do you think of that? How do you like the way that that flows? Isn't that beautiful? This is one of those other mystery falls that we were talking about earlier. You can see that flow just coming right over here through these drops. I love this feature stone here blocking this. Your length overall is probably, I'm guessing, about maybe 6 feet wide, 4 feet tall, 18 inches from side to side. So you might be wondering, obviously, I mean, it's a brand new pond, but you may be wondering why we have so much, cloudy water. It's totally normal. Believe it or not, I'll show you something that's really cool that's happening. I'm going to take you over here to the intake bay. Check this out. I want to draw your attention to this section right here. So if you look at the foam here, if you look at these bubbles right here, This is actually beneficial bacteria that is highly concentrated within these spots. So as we start to see what looks like this film coming across the top, of course it is a film, but it's originating from the wetland and blowing across, highly oxygenating. And this actually is a beneficial bacteria colony that is going to find its way from here down and up into the wetland. So when you first see this thing turn on for the first time, you might look at this and see that this is a problem, but it's not. It's actually hugely beneficial. If you want to learn how to make your own bacteria, I'll show you. It's pretty simple. All it starts with is just basic soil. Take that, put it into a cup of, into like a mason jar with a little bit of water, shake it up, and the foam that rises to the top of that mason jar will look like that. Skim that off the surface, pop that into your pond, and believe it or not, that's beneficial bacteria. Now, the reason why we purchase beneficial bacteria is that we want to control the strain of bacteria, and we want to have a level of consistency with that strain of bacteria. So having a consistent strain and not having variables that could be blown in and creating an imbalance like a bipolar pond. That's why we colonize our ponds with beneficial bacteria in a specific consistent strain. So he's getting some of this is actually the property owner here, and he owns the Alligator Zoo in St. Augustine.
That one. And then my grandson.
Here's the pumps that are running this. This is a new label right here. I'm wondering if Aquascape is going to start to sell external pumps. That'd be something cool. This one here is 18,000 gallons per hour, 45 feet of head pressure. Serial number. Let's take a look at the next one over here. The other one doesn't seem to be labeled. No, there's no label on this one over here, but I've been told that is running right at about 13,000 gallons an hour. So it's pretty exciting right now. It's that point where all the guys that have been working for the last 2 days kind of stand around and celebrate, and they get to see their waterfall, the fruit of their labor, bless the homeowner, and move on to the next project. Hey, if you like this video, if you like what you've seen here, we can reproduce this in your yard. We travel all over the country, and we build, let's see, I've got a job coming up in Sedona, Arizona. I've got another job coming up in just outside of Dallas, Texas. I've got another job coming up at a alligator zoo in Indiana, and that one's going to be in June. So far in 2021, we've got Florida, we've got Texas, we got Sedona, Arizona, we've got Indiana, and then back to California for the biggest water feature that we've ever built, bigger than the Avenger Pond. That one there is going to be a beast of a project. And if you want to see more projects like this one over here, as well as smaller ones that you can imagine in your own small space, hey, listen, I don't care if you have a 5-foot by 10-foot space, or if you've got a big yard to put something really big like this project in. We can do it all, and we can find a budget that works for you. I'm Carl with Columbia Water Gardens, and I'm here to remind you 2 things. 1, please subscribe to my channel. Watch the videos all the way to the end. And number 2, you are an awesome person, and you make the world a brighter place. Happy ponding.